Okay, well, finally it's here. The day has arrived and we have our fabulous new studio, and I've been running around like change this, change that every second and every minute. So it's here and I absolutely love it. I hope you like it as much as I do. We've worked so hard to get to where we're at today. So thank you so much for spending a couple of hours with us here on a Saturday afternoon. I've got so much to tell you, so much to show you, lots of cool stuff. So if you are tuning in for the first time today, my name is Toni and I'm a guest presenter over on Create and Craft. And we just love anything that's to do with crafty. So cards, dies, stamps, anything. Throughout the whole of this year though, we are going to be moving forwards into some home decor projects, also keeping with the colouring theme and things like that. So I hope you've got a cup of tea and you are settled, but here's a little inspiration while I get my stuff out for you. So to celebrate the launch of our brand new studio, what we've done is we've collaborated with Create and Craft and we've asked them if they would put an extra discount on for anybody who tuned into the show today. So what we've done is anybody who's probably been watching the shows and some of the products have been a little bit out of their reach, this is a chance now for you to maybe get those things that you absolutely loved and adored but couldn't quite afford them. So basically anything that you buy from us, or sorry, Create and Craft, there is a special offer on. So all you need to do is you need to go to the Create and Craft website, and there is a special link. We've sent the link out in the newsletter. The link is also attached to our YouTube catch up now, where most people are talking. And all you need to do in uppercase is pop Studio 20 in, and it will give you a further 20% discount on anything of Stamps by Me products. There is only Stamps by Me products in there, which is absolutely crazy but awesome at the same time. So there's some really new products in there, as you can see. So you'll get your 20% plus your 10% discount if you are a club member anyway. And because there's so many good stuff in there, look at all that. So I am very grateful to Create and Craft for doing this with us today and supporting us here with our live studio. And what we're going to do is, over the course of the 2 hours today and the 2 hours tomorrow, we will be going through some of the products that are on the show and available on Create and Craft. So I've got something new to launch in studio, but I'm going to use them with all of the stuff that is in the sale over on Create and Craft. So don't forget, grab a pen, it's Studio 20, uppercase Studio and the number 2020, and that will get you your discount. So the product that we use today in studio, you can also buy the dies and stamps to go with if you want to. It's a great opportunity because I do appreciate everybody can't afford the products week in and week out. But if you have got the products and you have already been enjoying them, that's amazing too. You'll be able to just come along with me. So in studio today, as you can see from this side, here we go, we've got some lovely new sparkle pens to show you all. So I think it's been about 18 months now. We launched sets 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it was a box set of 3 individual pens in the boxes, and you've got like a plethora of colours across the board. Well, now we've taken the collection from sets 1, 2, 3 and 4 right up to collection 9, and they are available in the boxes like so. And what we've done this time is, rather than code them, which we thought at the time is easier than trying to find fancy names, we have actually just named them. Pretty basic names for you, so you can see which colours you would like to use in your projects and things like that. So we have sets 1 to 4 already on the website. These are available on the website. Okay, you might already have sets 1 to 4, you might want to fill the rest of the collection. So I've got sets 1 and set 2 on set behind me, and we've already gone up to set, ooh, that wasn't very nice, was it? Up to set 4. So let's see what's new in the collection. So set 5 we have stone, grass green and denim. Set 6 we have lake blue, purple and steel green. 7 we have olive, lilac and sea blue. 8 clear, pink and sand, and the clear is where it just leaves a sparkle. And then set 9 is fab. It's your clear pens and it's a box of 3. So if you don't want to use colour and you just want sparkle on your projects, set 9 is perfect. If you're going to buy any today, it's going to be set 9. So you've got sets 1 to 9. Have a look at the colours on the website, see which ones are going to suit you as a crafter and what you're going to get the most out of. What we have also got, if you don't want to buy the box sets, we have a complete collection here. So it's a full 24 collection, and basically you do get the clear in there too, which is great. That was an important factor for me, is that one. And then you get all these beautiful colours which will work so nice together. You've got your dark purple and your light purple, the new ones in the range. We've got a beautiful vibrant pink in there, some oranges, some yellows, and the denim blue is one of my favourites in there, 2 tones of green. So literally you've got so much to go at on there. If you haven't seen our Gossip Sparkle pens before, don't worry about it. We launched them about 18 months ago. We have done several videos on them, and they are available on our YouTube channel. But they are so easy and the results you get are amazing. These will go into TV at some point, but I wanted to save these as a special little launch for the customers who support us day in and day out and, you know, look after us basically. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do some technique things, talking through these lovely Gossip markers. So let's just set these aside. So I did notice on that sale, Studio 20, that they did have the lovely flowers. Now I've just quickly grabbed the board before we've gone live to air, and you can see there, this is the one that's actually in the sale. How beautiful is that? You can see there, the shimmer on there too is beautiful. And basically it's a layering flower. It's huge, guys. It's not for the faint-hearted. This one is near on 4.5 inches big, but you can scrunch them up, you can make them smaller, larger. You could use the smaller ones and make smaller flowers, but this is the one that's in the sale. There might be some others that I've popped in there and I've not actually missed, but this was my favourite of the show. They did take some more stock, and what's left is basically what's left. Also on there as well, I did see, can you remember when I did this card as a demo? These beautiful frames. Now they come in a collection of 3. You get an oval, a square and a circle. They look beautiful to infill in the recess of a card, gold embossing, things like that. And these pretty little flowers are the embellishments from this one. So you can see how big this one is on here, but I've used the smaller ones which are down here on this card here, so you can see how you can embellish and make it look super, super pretty. So I just wanted to show you that one. So the sale is on over the weekend, so you don't have to rush away now and find all your products. Stay with me, and we will do some demos here live, and you can get these products today or tomorrow, and we're again live with you again tomorrow at 12 till 2. 12 till 2 tomorrow will be absolutely demo heavy, but today I've just got so much to tell you about that I'm going to tell you about it while I'm showing you some lovely techniques using these sparkle pens. Now, as you're aware, it's a 2-hour launch. What we're going to do is we're going to do the first hour, and I will be given the nod when the hour is coming towards the end. and we're going to take a 10-minute break, and that's just to make sure everything's working, you're all getting good feed from us, a good signal, and it's all working fine. And if there's anything we need to change, we'll do it in that 10 minutes. So I will give you a heads up when the hour is coming towards the end. So first off, I'm going to grab some watercolour cards. So I'm just using our carter, which is our lovely watercolour card. I'm just going to show you how first to open the pen if you haven't opened a pen before, because there is a little bit of tech required in there, and the reason that's required is because I didn't want them to leak, so you have to twist and pull. So I'm sure somebody's going to make it into a song at some point, but yeah, you have to twist and pull to get the lid off, and that's a safety measure for yourselves only, nothing fancy. It's just a safety measure because I hate pens that leak in bags, I really do. So I'm going to use my large collection. Let's pop it aside so you can see here. So you can see the lovely colours in there. So what I encourage you to do when you get them home, if you do buy any of them, do yourself a little swatch, and then you can refer to them, because the colours are not always how the plastic has been done on here. Okay, so do a swatch, and then you know exactly what you're using every time you pick up the pen. So what we need to do first off is, you see this yellow band here, that needs removing. So all you do is you remove the lid from the base of the pen, and this yellow cap you remove. And what that's going to allow, when we twist our pen on top, it will punch a hole into the ink, okay? So I'm just going to keep going. You should hear a little pop. You might not hear it, but I'll hear it. Keep twisting. Oh, there was the pop. Heard the pop there. So when you're absolutely satisfied, you've got it in, then your pen is ready to go. To get the lid off, it's twist. Oh, sorry. Just make sure I've got that screwed in right, or else it's not going to work. The first drama of the day. I just need to make sure that's absolutely on. Just wait a second, because I will get looked at funny if I explode ink all over the table, brand new table. So there you go. So basically twist and pull. Did we see that? I'll try and do it as slow as I can. So at the same time I'm pulling, I'm twisting. Can we see that there? And then obviously your pen is connected here and the ink. So to get the ink to come through, on the side of the pen we have a push sign here, both sides, and this is where you just basically push in the plastic and out will come the ink. When I'm pushing, the ink will come from inside this barrel here, down here, and you will physically see it, and it should come into the fibres of the hair. So I'm just going to give it a good old squeeze, and I can see it coming down the barrel now. I don't know if anybody else can see it. And it's coming, and then just press your ink. Sorry, press your ink. Keep pressing. And here we go. You see it's come through, so I'm just going to get that brush loaded. There we go. You see that there? So now my brush is loaded beautifully. So let's just drag some of this colour out so you can see how gorgeous it is. You see that there? Absolutely gorgeous. So what happens when you pop it down, you think, my goodness me, it's not very sparkly. But let me see. There we go. But when it dries, it's super sparkly. So I'm just going to dry it off now. And I'm hoping. There we go. See that there? So these sort of colours are perfect for your night skies and your silhouette stamps and things like that. Absolutely amazing. So you can do so much with them. Because they are a water-based pen, just going to clean my mess. Because they are a water-based pen, you can obviously watercolour with them. So let's just show you. So I'm just going to grab a brush. So these are actually, I'm not sure if I've told you about these before, ladies and gents, but these are our lovely new watercolour brushes from Himi. These are available on the website, but I do think I've told you about those. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one of the lovely stamps. And I'll grab the Eureka. Can you tell it's all new? I don't know where anything is. I'm sure it'll all fit into place at some point. So let's go ahead and stamp this lovely vase of flowers. Now these got green rings, you don't need them, they can be binned. So I'll just use the same piece of cardstock that we've just been working on. So if you did manage to get these ones, I hope you've got them, you should have them by now. So because we're going to be watercolouring, I'm going to stamp out in a black waterproof ink pad, which is this one here. There we go. So I'll just give this a good old push down. And hopefully we have a nice print. So that's fine, I'm happy with that one. So what's great is I'll just use this pen because we've activated it already. So all you need to do is pop a little bit of the colour down. Let's just grab some water here. And then my brush, just pop it in there. So just lay a little bit, sorry about the headshot, you don't want to see my grey hair, I'm sure. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of colour down one side. Now a little goes a long, long way, so just pop a little bit down. You can always layer build on top, okay? And then just drag the colour out. Dilute it down even further. And the sparkle and the intensity doesn't disappear just because we've diluted it. It's equally as sparkly. And let's pop a bit of texture in there so it does look like water. Can we see that there? And then let's use our clear one. So just remove the green cap, punch it on. There we go. As soon as you've got it as tight as you can, then you are absolutely good to go. So let's just get this activated. So again, I'm just going to squeeze on both sides till the ink comes through. And as soon as it comes through, I'll pounce it into that lovely fibres of that hair there. I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. So you can see how once the colour is laid and dried, it's still reactive. You know, you can go back in and add detail, bleach it back out. So I'm popping that colour on there and get a tissue and pull it back out. So you can create clouds, you can create moons, create all the lovely stuff. Don't worry about the end of your brush, it's not contaminated, just brush it out. So let's just brush it out. Get some more ink through, get it to come back through clear. As soon as you're happy, there we go, it's back through clear. So this clear one is perfect for the glass of this vase. So just be careful not to connect to that blue though, because like I just said there, they are reactive and it will pull it in. Pick up a little bit of blue, lighter blue maybe, create a bit of a glass effect. Right, so you see how that's coming together. So I'll just clean my brush off there. So that's one of the basic techniques is this one. So colouring and dragging out with your water. It's basic watercolouring and we all do it. I know as you as crafters at home have been trying it quite a lot of late. So let's just set that one aside. Let me show you something else you can do with these lovely pens. So let's just grab some more paper. I'm just going to pop this one in. So let's go ahead and activate some of the other colours. So I know it sounds a bit monotonous me keep showing you, but we have had a few people message about activating the pens, twist and pull, and once you get it, you do get it, but it's just understanding it. So let's just activate this lovely dark purple. So you can create like northern lights with these. You'll have seen me on air last year probably demoing how to do that. And I am going to do that today as well, because I don't know if any of you are watching for the first time. If you are watching for the first time, brilliant. Thank you so much. All I would say is, if you are looking for the products I'm using in show, or any products I've used over on our Facebook Lives, all you need to do is go to the search engine on our website and put FBL, Facebook Live, and it will take you to all the products that I've used in studio. So it's a bit of a, it's not a cheat as such, but it's a quick way of going to find what you're actually looking for. And then you can see all the products there. It feels like it's been months since I've seen it all, it really does. So you can see the lovely colours in there. So let's go ahead and do something different. So I'm just going to grab a different stamp this time. Let's see which ones I've got going on down here. So let's do the lovely Saucer and Florals. It's really strange having a really big counter to myself. I'm normally like this. It's great. So let's just pop that stamp to one side. So this is a fab technique. So I'm just going to pop that in place, and what I'm going to do, we need to activate a green, so let me just quickly activate a green. Just pop it back on this piece of card that we've been working on. Give it a good old squeeze. So I think you all might be talking on the YouTube, as obviously I can't see it because I'm busy doing this, but if you are talking on YouTube, I hope you're all well. Have we got any plans for today? Anybody doing anything nice at all today? Let me know. Tim is listening and watching. So the thing about these pens is you sometimes get a little bit scared in case it all just goes all over your table. So the ink is coming through, so I'm just going to be patient with it. She says, come on. Didn't hear it pierce my hole, so it has, it's pierced. So what I'm going to do is there we go. We see that lovely green, beautiful. Right, so we've got the colours we need. So let's set this aside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint direct onto my clear stamp here. It will act as a little bit of a resist, but it still will work for the effect I'm trying to achieve. So all I'm basically doing with the brush nib of the pen is I'm just going to paint straight on to the clear stamp. Now, because I'm using the Eureka, if I miss any spaces, it's absolutely fine. We can go back in. So I'm just trying to pick out the flowers. So I've got some little buds there. Let's go with that. There's another flower there. So what I'll do is I'll swap that out for the orange one. And they're so juicy, these you probably get 2 or 3 stamps out of it, but I'm trying to just show you a different technique, which is super, super cool, if you've got the patience and time for it. So I'm just going to get the green, I'm going to go over the green. So you sort of like, literally are painting the stamp basically, and because it's a super soft nib, it'll be fine. Not going to hurt anything. And don't worry if your colours contaminate, you know, you should be absolutely fine. So, what colour should we? So let's just go with the navy one for the cup because it's the one that I've already activated. It's not a colour I would probably choose, but I'm going with it. So all the way around. So let's stamp it out and see if we've missed any detail, and then we'll come back to it. And what this will do is it will give like a little bit of a watercolour look. we hope. Can we see that there? So there are a couple of options now. You can take your brush and add detail and some shadows and some lighting if you want to. You can dry it off and then add some more detail if you want to, but I'm going for a different technique today. I actually really like that. So I'm just going to take some water, I'm just going to spray it. Obviously the whole thing is going to bleed like so. So we still get the suggestion there. It looks like a hot mess, but the technique isn't complete. So let me just clean off this door. Let's just get all this ink off here. Now you would get 2 or 3 stamps out of the ink that I popped on there. So if you have at home, swap the cards out, get as many prints as you can. It's just that obviously whilst I'm here, I'm just trying to show the technique. So I'm just going to get my gun, we'll dry this off. So if you're not into mess, don't do this. But if do the other one where I said just drag it out with a bit of water and add the detail if you want to. But this gives you a little bit of an arty feel, a little bit of dimension, and you will soon see why. I haven't moved my card and I haven't moved my stamp, and magnet's still holding it in place. We have done this technique on a few other things, I believe. So if you are watching for the first time, there are a whole host of videos on our YouTube channel that you can watch and enjoy. Oh, I've just moved it. That's typical. Never mind. So I just wait till it's absolutely dry. And I've got like a fabulous sparkly blob. I can't even see the suggestion of my teacup, but it will all soon come together in a second. So. So I think that's fine. So now you could re-stamp the image in gold embossing or something, but I'm going to show you in black because I think it's really effective on camera. So let me just make sure it's still in place because I did nudge it. That's fine. So I'm just going to ink this one up in black ink. So get lots of jet black ink on there. Now this looks fabulous in tone and tone, you know, like a brown and then inked in brown, sprayed, so you get the brown bleed, and then inked on top with the same colour but not bled, if that makes any sense at all. Can you see that there? Let me just make it a little bit darker. So you can see how abstracty, fabulous that is. It's super sparkly. There we go. Can you see all that sparkling there? Absolutely gorgeous. So let's remove that stamp there. I don't know if anybody's got any questions or anything. I'm sure you'll let me know if you have. I'm just trying to get through as many techniques as I can, then we can focus on demos maybe the second hour or maybe tomorrow, because I just want to show you so much versatility that you can do with these. So that's another one. So I mean, they're bright colours, bright blues and greens and things like that, but there are muted tones in there. You get your lilacs, your pale pinks and things like that, so you can just enjoy them. This also comes with a coordinating outline, and this also has the Studio 20 available as well. So let me just set that aside. So I'm just going to grab some more. I'm going through paper like you can't imagine. Doesn't matter though. So the next one. So with Carta watercolour card, it comes smooth side or like a rigid side. So it's a sort of what type of texture are you wanting as a crafter? Are you wanting the realistic watercolour feel? Then go for the texture. If you're wanting a super smooth, then you go for the super smooth side. Right, so let's, in fact I will do it on top of here. So let's create a little bit of a night sky. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay some of this blue and I'm just giving it a good old squeeze to get the ink to come out. There we go. And you'll see how fab this colour absolutely drags out. Can we see that there? So just drag that further up. Just move this over slightly. Let's pull it down into some of the lovely purple. Could have done with a bigger brush for this, but it's fine. You see how amazing. I don't know if it's picking up sparkle on there, I can't really see. So all I'm going to do with a clean brush now is I'm just going to clean my brush completely off and I'm going to take all of the water out of my brush. Can we see that there? I'm going to just take it out with my hand. Pull it all out. And this is what's known as a thirsty brush, and this is what's going to pull out the colour of whatever's on your paper. So I'm just going to put in, I mean, I'm not really using the correct brush here, but it's fine. I'm just drinking a circle up, which is going to make me look like I have a moon in the sky. And every time I take it off the ink, I'm just blotting the ink back onto. It's looking more like a pear now. So I'm just cleaning my brush again. So then just go round in a circle best you can. If you're not the most confident when it comes to freehand in any fashion, that's fine. All you need to do is maybe get a 10p piece or a coin, wrap it in tissue and blot it on, and it will drink it off. You don't have to do it freehand at all. So if you're not the most confident, so I'll just get some. I'm just taking it out, adding some clean clear water, cleaning my brush, and then taking it out. So if you've got those beautiful silhouette stamps that you've all been using, stamped across the side of the page, and then you would get like a night sky, you know, you can use your rock salt and things on these as well. So I'm just going to get this super, super white, and then we're going to have a little break with a short VT. Just so I can be told something. I'm not sure if everything's working okay. Can we see that there? How cool is that? So if you wanted to, even better than that, if you wanted to just get your brush and take out some lines, like so, you could make like a little bit of a starry night. If you've got a star stamp, that'd be fab. Can we see how it's bleaching it out there? You could do it through. I could just stand here all day and play. I hope you're enjoying what I'm showing you guys. I'm sure you'd let me know if I wasn't. And then you could just drink it off with some tissue. So we're just going to break for a little bit of a VT just so I can catch up and make sure everything's okay. Here you go. So everything's going fine. I'm sure you would let me know if it wasn't, but as far as we can see, everything is running smoothly. So well done everybody, super pleased. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to talk about something I've forgotten about, which I've just been told about. So as you can see over to my right here, we have, when I said about the gossip range, i.e. the packs of 3 and the set of 24, basically we've made it so that these pens are refillable. Now nobody else has done that for you. So once you buy that 1 pen or that set of 3 pens, you're never going to have to buy the barrel again, because we now do the fabulous re-inkers. So they are colours that will go with the pens. So I'll just grab the correct pen and just show you. Can we see there? So all you have to do, there we go. It is super, super cool. But the great thing about these is longevity. So I'm going to show you some backgrounds using just these on their own. So if you don't want to get the pens and you just like the sparkly ink, you can just buy the bottles of the ink as well. These are not loaded on at the moment, so please just be patient. And I will say as well, some of the pens that are on the website as well haven't got physical pictures, but if you look at the colours you can see what they are. So basically you just need to give them a shake from side to side. Get all that lovely sparkle. It is actually glitter. It's not mica, it is glitter. It's ultra fine glitter. And basically what that means is you get 2 for the price of 1 basically. So if you want to use the ink without the colour or with the colour, both, you get both. Okay, so I've just grabbed a purple. There's so much choice, but I am going to go light this time. I went quite dark on that other one. So I'm going to go light, so orange, and let's go for this lovely mauve pinky colour. So let's grab some card, and I'm going to use one of the lovely flowers from, that's actually in the sale I think, but if it isn't, obviously everything's available on our website and you might already have it. So the applicator is self-explanatory. It comes with the pipette on the end there, and just make sure I give it a shake because I do want that lovely sparkle on to come onto my project. So you can see now it's all sparkly. If it goes, when it's frothy, it's ready. So I'm just going to pop a few spots on there, like so. You're going to get so much fun out of these. They are 20mm, so you know, you can really go to town with these, create as many luscious backgrounds as you want to. So orange, oh my gosh, look at that one. It's like playing with alcoholics, isn't it? Super, super cool. And let's get this lovely purple. Don't squeeze it in case it just goes all over a new counter. It's awful, isn't it? So just put some little one. Be gentle. Like so. I'm just going to do a spray just to get it to bleed a little bit. You'll get all this lovely colour coming through. Now you can, with your brush, if you want to, pounce on its side to push it in, fill in those spaces. I like white spaces. If you don't like white spaces, fill the spaces, but I just think it gives instant light and shade if you leave the white spaces. So I'm just going to give that a good old blast off. So somebody's asking about the salt technique. I haven't got any salt with me, but I'll do it tomorrow if you'd like. So tomorrow I'll do one live on air and show you. But basically you can do it with lots of inks. Alcohol inks, it's a great one to do with too, but it works just as effective with this gorgeous sparkly ink. So I will show you tomorrow. So I'll just give this a dry. As you can clearly see, I really did not need to put all that colour down. They're so pigmented. So just you guys be mindful of that at home, about how much you use. Give it a push around and getting a nice effect there. So we will be in studio as normal every Monday and every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And this is where we support any products you've bought from us here at Stamps by Me or over on Create and Craft. And if you are scanning a QR code and nothing's popping up, it's not an error on your part. It's just we haven't had a second to upload the videos to support that product. We are on it, we are massively on it for you, and we will get them uploaded for you so you can enjoy the products. But if you're thinking, well, I don't want to wait, that's fine. We have got lots of videos on YouTube where we've mixed and matched products, so it's not all the same products that have been launched on TV. Everything's working alongside each other, so you can still go on and still get the support you need. I'm just going to grab a bit of tissue and just take the excess ink off here, otherwise it's going to eat up all my demo time. So I'll just take that excess ink off. So you get this beautiful, there we go, you can see that sparkle. Absolutely gorgeous sparkle in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Tied with a Bow, and it's the Builder Flower 5. I think this might be on sale, you'll have to take a look. So I'm just going to tip them out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a beautiful flower. So you can see there, the big one here. It's huge, so I'm going to probably get it so we get some white space on there too. So I like the white area here, and then pop that one in there. Pop that one in there, and then I have some gold, which I'm going to use these delicate parts with, and hopefully it will be just fine. So let's go ahead and cut these first. So just grab my plate. So I would suggest at home, if you are, just 1 second. You know, the most organised. That was so organised. So let's just make sure we've got enough colour on these. So that's up there, let's move that there. Should we move this one down here? Try and pick up most of that colour. There we go. I'm just going to run this through the machine. This will give us some beautiful, like, watercolory feel flowers. The great thing is the case on this, I've got to say. It houses it, I can put the lid on it, I can take it to telly, you know, and you'll be able to do all that as well. So here we go, look. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's set those aside. Oh, look at that. Brand new plates. Ink wasn't dry. My goodness me. It's a good job it's water-based, isn't it, and will dry. So let's set that aside. I'm going to use the lovely gold metallic here. Just pop that on, and then I'm going to place the two pieces that also come within the die set. See the like stamens for the centres. Can we see that there? So let's just run these through. I'll just give this a little bit of a wipe with my tissue, just in case. I mean, it doesn't matter if it goes onto my card, I'll clean it after. So we'll just run this one through. Excuse me, I'll just pick this die up. And then we'll build a beautiful flower, which is super sparkly, which would be perfect for home decor or maybe creeping around one of your cards or something like that. You see how gorgeous they are? I'm not even going to take them off the mat. See that there? Beautiful. Gentle, brand new. There we go. And then just elevate the big ones. I elevate the big ones and leave the small ones, but it's entirely up to you what you want to do at home. There is no right or wrong way. I'm just here to maybe help. Can you see that there? Get like a 3D effect, it's beautiful. So let's just move my mats out of the way. Let's get this constructed. Now, I find that when I do my flowers, I pinch and push, if that makes any sense. I know a lot of you have got the tools. I don't have the tools, so I just pinch and push. Now, let me just see 1 second. No, we haven't got enough ink. I was going to cut a second one of this one to create the pieces that inlaying, but it's fine, you get the idea. I pinch and push. Now, a lot of you may do this sort of technique where you get the petal to go like an arch. I like a little bit of texture where the card is actually like, looks like literally it has been pinched. So that's that one. Now, I did do this on watercolor card. There wasn't a necessity for that. You can just do this on normal white card if you want to. Like so, and then we'll just use a bit of tacky glue. Yeah, it would have definitely needed it would have definitely needed the big one doing twice, you know, to fill in the gaps. So you do that at home. I needed to do a bigger ink patch. So I'll just pop that on there while it grabs, and then we'll use the second one. Just pop this one in here. I'm just going to give it a second to grab. I'm just going to hold it, because you know what these things are like, live telly and all. They never want to do what you want them to do. So I think we're coming towards the end of this first live hour, because I need to grab some other things that I want to show you. So I'll wait till we've done this, so I'll get this constructed. Like so. So you've got this like dimensional textured flower going on there. There we go. But you definitely needed that third one. But let's just go with the little one here. The great thing about these stamens are the small ones sort of like sit in the background, so it already looks like you've done the double layer when really you haven't. I'll just hold this in place with my brush, like so. Could have put the big one on as well, couldn't we? Yeah. Looks like it's grabbed as that. And then just while I'm holding it in place, I'm just going to give it that extra pinch. Super thick, this one, watercolor card. There you go. You see that there? Could pop it as a brooch or a hairpiece like Carly Duff. Absolutely gorgeous. So that was just to show you that the re-inkers, you can create backgrounds, but you can also pop 2 or 3 drops into the pen itself, hydrate it, and you're literally good to go. So you'll never have to buy the pens again. And it's the same across the board with all of our Gossip range, our alcohol markers, our watercolour pens, and now our Gossip sparkle pens. They all have re-inkers. So it's just amazing. You'll not find that anywhere else, I don't think. So I'm going to say bye now for 10 minutes, and I will be back with you. I'm just going to grab a cup of tea myself, and then I've got something else to show you. I'll see you all in a while. Bye. back everyone. So you all know Claire from Thirsty Brush, some fabulous videos from her there, and you'll be seeing her live in the studio at some point in the future. So I forgot to mention earlier, I've been that much of a giddy kipper, I forgot to mention about the giveaway that I promised. So there will be a live giveaway today and a live giveaway tomorrow. So I have these goodies here. I'm just going to quickly show you, and all you need to do basically is comment on the channel that you're watching. So pop a comment and we will pick a winner before we go off air, and then I'll get these lovely products sent out to you. So basically I'm doing it speedy because I've got 2 fab demos I want to get through. So the lovely fab watercolor card, there we have the A4 rose one there, can we see that there? Absolutely gorgeous. And then also I've decided to put some other fabulous products in there. So we have 3 of the lovely pretty penny dies in there for you. So I have a heart, a tag and some border decorative panels in there for you. So 3 lovely dies, and as you all know, absolutely huge they are, from Pretty Penny. Dawn is adamant everything must be big, so go big or go home. And then 3 from the lovely Carly. So we have the rose, the giraffe and the fairies, and if I just turn these over you'll be able to see how big these ones are as well. So if you've not heard of any of these ranges, they're all available on our website. And then I've popped in some of the brand new overlay sparkle pens in there for you. So these are the clear ones, so they'll go over any of your alcohol markers, make them sparkly, over your flowers, make them sparkly, and obviously some brushes. So really you've got a set of good products there for you to be able to get up and go. So we will pick a winner at the end, just to basically say thank you for tuning in for our very live studio. I know a lot of you have watched us from the very start. We see the same names week in and week out, and it's fabulous that you come back week in and week out. It's just amazing, and thank you for your care, your sharing, your support, and you know, we try and give back what you give, so it's all amazing. No crying today, although I've been crying every week up until the run until today. So that's the giveaway. So I'm super excited about that for you, lovely crafters at home. So first of all, I'm going to do a demo using the Ballerina. Now the Ballerina is over on Create and Craft. All you need to do is pop Studio 20 in to get that further discount, which is absolutely great. So let's go. Eureka. And I have this piece of canvas. This is just one of those inexpensive canvas boards here. I'm just going to build up a little bit of a lovely background on the back here. So I'm just going to grab my brush, same brush as what we used earlier, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sparkle pen to create a little bit of a background. So we're going to build up, and then we're going to put a lovely ballerina in there too. So I'm just going to drop some of this lovely colour onto my canvas board. Now I'm not being over precious, I'm just going to do it in lines because I am going to drag it out with my brush, and this is just going to create a lovely background. So if I just twizzle this around a little bit and just use my brush just to drag it in, I'm not being precious with it. I do want the texture, so if I get lines, that's amazing. So you different looks for different brushes. So I'm using like a round flat, can we see that there? And you'll get a different texture if you use a full round or a flat, a filbert, or so just experiment with your brushes. Just turn this artwork around and then just grab the colour and drag it in from the edge. So if you look at where I put the lines, it's thicker in spaces, which is nice. So that's going to create texture straight away. So you could, if you haven't got the canvas boards, ladies and gents, all you could do it on like a thicker cardstock, like a 300 GSM, you'd probably get the similar results. So don't worry if you haven't got these canvas boards. So I'm just making sure I've got lots of colour on there, dragging it out. So left to right, creating like a bit of a halo. There we go. So we've got some background going on. So you all know that I'm not mixed media at all really, but I do like to try. So I do encourage you guys to try it as well at home. I'm just getting some tissue because it must be nerves. My nose is running, sorry about that. But I get an awful irritating sniff, which a few people have commented on, not very nicely, unfortunately. So I'm conscious of the fact that I have got a nervous sniff. So, got our lovely background going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lovely Ballerina. Now, I've used this Ballerina several times. It's one of my favourites, and it's pretty simple, but it gives you a great card. Come see that there. She's so cool. If you've already got this collection, that is amazing. So also in the collection as well, I think I've tried to pick all the things that you will be able to get on your discount over on Create and Craft. So I'm going to use the dancing background for this one. So I'm not going to pop it in my Eureka though, I'm going to do it a bit random. So because of the texture in here, you're never going to get a perfect stamp anyway. So because of that, I'm going to use it to my advantage, and I'm going to make it look like it was intentional, that it's a little bit distressed. Like so. And then my ink pad, there we go. So I'm just going to use the black. And I'm just going, let's just push this forward slightly, out of shot. Just pop this on the mat, and I'm just going to random ink the centre. Can you see that here? Just move this out of the way slightly so you can see what's happening. So I'm just basically inking the stamp on here, but I'm not taking it right to the edge. I'm just random in the centre. I'm not absolutely precious if I've hit some of the words, if I've not hit some of the words. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to, in fact, let me just dry this one off. Just make sure it's dry. We don't want any mess on my stamp. So I think a few of you might be getting a few buffering issues. We are getting it ironed out. Hopefully you're still able to watch. Sorry, it's a little bit frustrating if you're getting a few buffering issues. Pop that on there. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my artwork, and we'll just go here and pop it on, and then just give it a good old push down. So I'll get a random background really. And when you lift it off, can we see that here? So it actually looks like I've stuck some paper on the top of there. Can we see that there? So I just need to pop a little bit of the detail on the other side. So again, just going in the centre. Now I could go up to absolutely to the very edge. There is no right or wrong way, I suppose. And if you do it the once, let's try it actually. So we'll go once. Do I need to move my mat up further? Sorry, that's my fault because I've put the stamp low. So let's just pop the corner on this time. So we'll get a bit of detail over this corner. Let's see there? And then let's just get this top corner, pop it on, see if we can get a second generation out of it. Might not, it might work. See? Oh, we do. Can we see that there? So we've got like a textured background going on now. There we go. Look at that. So this overlay here, I'm not overly concerned about that because my dancer's going to be in the centre. It's more for the effect around the edge. So let's just take the top corner and see if we can get a bit more print out of that. Yeah, look at that. Amazing. So let's just, I'm not even going to ink it up again, I'm just going to go for it. As long as I get some texture. There we go, the whole baldy's covered. That wasn't intentional, but hey ho. So first and second, third, fourth, fifth generation on there. I'll just pull this back into shot here. So I'll just move this stamp out of the way. Just pop it there for now. Right, so let's move on to our lovely dancer. So she's huge, ladies and gents. She is quite big, but it was one of those things, let's do it big and let's fill the card rather than small and have to worry about what else we need to fill our card with. So I have here the Stamps by Me Love Letter collection. This is so popular, one of our best-selling paper pads. This is on the discount as well, which Create and Craft have kindly done for us. So I'm going to pick a colour that's going to be in keeping, it won't match obviously, but something that's going to complement the orangey background we've got there. So I'm going to go for this one. So first of all, I'm going to stamp her onto here. So you can really go to town with these stamps. You can paper piece the dress back on. You can add sparkle in the lines. You can absolutely go to town with them. There's so many samples. There's samples on Crit and Craft as well, and there's samples over on our gallery page as well. So you can tell this has been in the car, can't you? So there we go. So I'm just going to pop her. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the theme of the imprint on, sorry about the head, imprint on the paper there. I'm just going to stamp her out in black. So I'm a big fan of stamping onto pattern paper at the moment. I just think it takes the worry out of trying to get skin tone if you're not the most confident, or putting colour in onto white card, because white card can sometimes be harsh. There we go. Look how fab she looks. She just looks nice on that piece of paper, doesn't she? Just 1 second. I'm just going to clean that off before it ends up all over. Right, so this lady comes with the coordinating die too, which goes simply around, leaving a beautiful 1mm border around her there. Can we see that? So let's go ahead and die cut this lady. Just move this one out of the way for now. So you do need a larger die cutting machine for this one. I'm using the Cut and Boss. I don't think she'll definitely not go through the snap. So just bear that in mind. Make sure that colour from the sparkle pens is dry. Otherwise we're going to end up with a colourful ballerina. So you could cut it out in this colour, then cut it out in black, and you could create that lovely drop shadow if you wanted to. And 3D her up, create some movement in a skirt. Can't tell, this is a brand new machine. And there, when you cut her out, look at this. She looks gorgeous. Look at that. So effective. Absolutely beautiful. So perfect for larger cards and home decor, things like that. So I'm just going to set that aside. So I'm going to just create a little bit of movement in her skirt, just following the lines on here. So we'll just use with our lovely new sparkle pens because we can, and we're using them. So the background is orange, so let's maybe bring her to life with a bit of, let's stick with colours I've opened. Here have I opened purple? Where's purple? So it's not watercolor card, ladies and gents, it's just the paper card. It's 200 GSM, which is a good substantial weight. It's uncoated so you can blend on it too, but it's not watercolor card, so don't saturate it with water. Okay, so I'm just going to pop, so I'm just basically going to follow the lines in my ballerina that are there already. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of water before it, a little bit, and try and drag it out a little bit. I've still got some orange on my brush from my canvas, but it's actually worked out okay, so I'm going to go with it. And don't forget, colours always dry back 2 or 3 shades lighter, so when you put it on, if you're not like loving it, don't worry about it, it will dry back lighter. So I'm just going to take that colour up into a bodice there. Let's just add a little bit more purple so we get a little bit more dimension in there. I won't like a tutu. And it's like I always say, don't be hard on yourself. It's a piece of paper. If you don't like it, it can go in, do it again. Try something else, try something different. So we've got a super sparkly skirt going on there. So just to make it sparkle even more, we're going to add some glitter. So just make sure I've got some of my glitters open before, yep, it's open. So I'm using a glue that dries clear, and again, I'm just going to follow lines. So where the lines on the dress are, I'm just going to follow them. I'm quite loose when I do things. I'm quite random, and I think you get better results if you don't put yourself under pressure. So I'll just follow the top of the skirt. We'll go around the edge of the skirt. And maybe let's just frame her bodice. And we'll give her a pretty slipper. Like so. So she's got the underlay of the sparkle, the watercolour ink at the base there, then she's got some like feathering with the purple, and now we're going to just enhance her just slightly, and we're going to add some sparkle. So I'm going to be using Samba, one of my favourites. So I'll just grab a piece of paper to catch all my mess. So we'll just pop her on here, like so. You can see from this sparkle here, excuse me, you can see it's chunky. So you're going to get a beautiful chunky effect on a gown. And again, going to keep in with the tutu tiara effect. So I'm just going to throw that all over her skirt. So you can see that. Take my hand away, there we go. So you can see all, it's so effective. A skirt, slippers, they all coordinate. Let's just get rid of. So that's gorgeous. She's going to sparkle to the nines on our project. Just pop this back in its pot. Like so. So now that our background is dry, let's get rid of the lady off here. And we're just going to now build our lovely scene on our canvas. So all of the elements, I don't need to, yeah, we could pop it in there, it'll still work. All of the elements from the collection all work together. Okay, so the window is in keeping with the size of the ballerina, the wings, the shoes, they are all in keeping with each other. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build a background. So we've already got a little bit of texture there. Now if you did that and you're thinking, right, it's quite bright, I'm not too sure about it, just push it back with a little bit of white gesso. Just go back over and just push it back slightly. Maybe go over it with a stencil. You know, I'm just here to show you what I love and know, but you'll probably end up taking yourself down a whole new path by the time you actually come to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the lovely window on the back here for it to jump in front of. So I'm just going to pop it up here, look. Now the canvas is hanging over, it's fine, it will still stamp absolutely fine, don't worry about it. So before I go ahead and stamp that, I'm going to bring my lady in and just see the positioning. Can we see that there? There we go. So I'm just going to make sure she's in keeping with what's going on. Otherwise she's going to look a little silly if the window's off in the distance. So I'm just going to pick that up and just take that away. There's no point in that. And we'll just add the window. Now you could add the window in gold embossing. Well, any embossing powder really. But I'm just going to go in black because then I'm going to paint the detail in. So paint the little windows in. There we go, look at that. I'm just going to do it one more time. Get that centre part properly stamped. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm really pleased with that, to say, you know, when you have a vision in your mind, sometimes it doesn't always go as you envisioned. Bit of a nightmare, but anyway, I'm pleased with that. So with the lovely blue that we, which one was it I did? Let's have a look, this one. So with the lovely blue sparkle, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some into my little well here. Just a few. Now I could have used my re-ink kit if I'd have had the re-inker, so it's food for thought on what you've purchased, what you think you'll get the most out of. You know, why waste that in there if you've got the inks, you know, get them used. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this blue now, I mean the tiniest amount, and I'm just going to pop some blue into these windows. Now I've laid the first colour down, then I'm going to take some clear water and hopefully just drag it out. So it starts, sorry, my hair again, it's not pretty sight. So make it look like a window, a shadow in a window. And honestly, this is the only way you're going to learn, is if you pick up that brush and actually do it. No, I can try and inspire you and ask you to do it, but this is honestly the only way you will enjoy it and understand it and play it if you actually do it yourself. So please pick up that brush. So if you have a harsh line, just drag it out. So getting a shadow in a window. So let's do all of them. So we're getting some windows coming on there. So basically the words in the background are sort of like being pushed back, even though the words were quite prominent to start with, weren't they? So let's get this lovely suede colour, and this is going to be perfect for our shutter effect. So remember guys, when you're using your glitter pens, twist and pull. Twist and pull. So I'm just going to get this activated. So I'm pushing both sides. If you missed the earlier show, there are two like pushers on each side of the pen, and what you'll see is you'll see the colour come through there slowly. Now some pens it comes through quicker than others. You're just going to have that patience to just sit and squeeze and get it to come through. Now because I'm live now, it seems like it's half an hour, you know, just the basic. But you need to make sure the hole's pierced. It's pierced. And then what we're going to do with this lovely, there we go, suede colour. Just popped a little bit in there. Now you can go direct with your pen, as I showed you this earlier show, or you can go with your brush and pick it out. But I'm just going to lay a little bit of colour down and highlight this window. I'm being quite sketchy with it. I like white spaces. So, but if you like to colour like colour, you can absolutely take your time and absolutely just enjoy. Let's just add a little bit of colour to the arch. Can we see that there? So it's coming along nicely. Right, what we need to do now is we need to add a shadow around her the window to create dimension, so it looks like it's actually away from the canvas, but just I haven't got alcohol marker to hand. What I would do is I would outline that in a grey alcohol marker and it will pop from the page, if that makes any sense at all. And I will do it because I'm going to photograph all of these at the end of the show. So let's go back to our lovely ballerina, and now we can see how our artwork's sort of coming together. Can we see that here? So it's starting to look a little bit realistic there, isn't it? So let's pop this aside to dry and let's get some pads for our ballerina. Now if you, what's happened here, these not cut, oh, a bit strange. If you do like canvases and things like that, it would look lovely on set, wouldn't it, with, or if you sell them and things like that, all of lots of different canvases made, it'd look gorgeous. I have got another demo. I'm being given the nod. Hurry up. Oh, I'm having fun. So. Now you could do it so it looks like she's jumping across the window. Like so. You could do it so it looks she's straight across. Let's go straight across. There we go, thank you. So there we go. And there's so much more you could do to that. If you are an absolute avid mixed media fan, I'm thinking stencils and gesso, but I just wanted to show you that I am not a mixed media girl and I don't want to try. And I am growing as a mixed media person, but basically it did scare me, but it's just layers, isn't it? So it's just coming to. So if you pop that here, look, there we go. Look beautiful on a set or something, wouldn't it? I might pop it in my set. So whoever wins the giveaway will also receive one of our lovely makes as well, which is super cool. Right, next demo, quickly. Let's get on before I get shouted at. So I have some craft card here. I'll just get rid of this glitter here. So I have a piece of lovely craft card here. I'm just going to hold it in place. And I've got all my dancey stuff out here, which has been put away since last show really, which is sad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this on the full piece of the background. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it and see if there's any ink left on it from when we did it last time, because I really don't want a solid black imprint on here. I just want a suggestion in the background. So let's see if there's any ink on there. Hopefully. Might get a bit of a print. Oh, perfect. Look at that. That is just what I wanted. Because I haven't got all my ink pads here, I was thinking, oh, I need a grey ink pad. I need something that's not as bright. So that's perfect. So there we have the background. This is super simple card. So let's set that aside. Let's move this one out of the way. And let's bring in our lovely ballerina feet. Now, these are gorgeous. The great thing about these is the die element of them. The die cuts out the slipper, it cuts out the whole leg, and it also cuts out the slipper on its own, which is amazing. So I'm just going to open my dies too. So you can see you get the feet on there. So the feet to cut out each one, and you also get these pads. Look, so this is her slipper, can we see that there? Super cool. Right, so first off, let's stamp the lovely feet. Now the feet are connected on the same stamp, so you haven't got to worry about stamping them, but they do die cutters elements on their own too. So I think we should stamp onto some patterned paper for this one. So there we go. some light. So this is the same paper from the Love Letter collection. It's the light one this time. So for a skin on her legs, like so. Just stamp this one out in black, so you'll get a true picture of what her feet actually look like. So if you have commented, we will be announcing a winner in the next 5 or 6 minutes. Super excited. So there we have her lovely feet. Now if you wanted to pencil sketch and colour that with your watercolours, it's amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it again at the side, because I'm going to give her some sparkly slippers. So look how gorgeous that would look as a background, you know, your second generation. Like so. I'm just going to blast that off with a gun, because it will only mark everything, my plates and things. So let's just grab our mats and I'll show you how they all go together. Now what I do with the legs is I cut one shoe and then I go back and do the other one. So let's go with this one first. So I'll just pop that round there. And then the other two elements, can we see there? So we'll just do one at a time on each foot. In fact, let's do left foot first on both. So you just pop it round, you get the lovely 1mm border round, so it's not over precious if you don't line it up quite right. And we'll just run it through. And then we'll do our right foot. Where has the time gone? So we can see there, look, you have the slipper with the whole leg, which is super cool, and then you get an element of the slipper. So if you want to glitter this up and 3D it on, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's do, so we're doing the left foot of both, let's do the alternate foot. So we're going to have a full foot there, and then this element is going to cut out a beautiful slipper. So if you are new to us, and just make sure that's straight. If you are new to us and you've never heard of our Eureka fan page, we have a fan page which is basically for you to share all your lovely makes you've been making using the lovely Stamps by Me products. It's a lovely place. There is no nastiness, everybody's super kind, everybody's there for the right reasons, everybody's there to share and inspire each other. So all you need to do is go to Facebook, type in Eureka fan page, and it comes up, and it's looked after by myself and Karen from the design team. And basically, if you have any questions, you're stuck on something, and sometimes people say, oh, it's a silly question, but nothing's a silly question. So a great place to go and get some inspiration as well, if you are buying the products. And I honestly don't think that Create & Craft are going to give a discount like they have this weekend for us again. So go get what you like. So here we have, look, her foot, and then we have the bit that goes on top. How gorgeous is that? So, so gorgeous. You could watercolour her feet. You could stamp this bit onto patterned paper, like spotty patterned paper, and put that on top, and it would look like she had spotty ballerina shoes. So super, super cool. I'll just set this one aside. So let's give her some sparkly slippers, shall we? So let me just get my scrap piece of paper. Here we go. What I will do is I'm going to do that while we adhere it to the card because I won't be able to stick it on while it's wet. So let's create the card first. So we have our top folding craft coloured note card. I always use tent fold cards. And we have our lovely muted background. I'll come back to our lovely feet, and that's going to be the finishing touch for our card right at the last minute. So I'll just move that card, sorry. So on here, I'm going to pop one of the lovely curtains down one side. So it looks like she's actually dancing in the curtains. Ooh, that was noisy. So let's pop the curtain right to the top there. Let's remove the shoes. And the reason why we did our background muted is so that we can do this curtain bold. And it's a true curtain. It's got the swags, it's got the tails, it's got all the detail in there, so you can get in with your colours if you want to, you know, add some shadow. Let me see that there. How cool is that? Pretty awesome. I'm just biased. I don't know. I hope you like them anyway. So let's pop this onto our card before we do the shoes. So just grab. Let's go for pads for a change. I normally stick everything flat, but you know, try something different. I'll pop this straight onto our top fold. I've done tone on tone, but you could put some glitter card behind, some sparkly card, some coloured card behind. Don't think really there is a right or a wrong way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick one pad behind there. So first of all, I'm going to figure out where we're putting these feet. So we'll do one at the top. We'll do one lower down, and I just like them just to be slightly connected. And then these parts here, I'm going to go on top. And you'll see why in a second. You don't actually need to, looking at now what I've done there, I didn't really need to actually cut a second one. However, what I will say to you is the second die cut does create that emboss. So even if you stick it flat, it still gives you that dimension. So if you are a fast crafter and not overly concerned, then you can just stick it on. So you can just do it flat on top, but it does actually create the dimension if you do the second layer. But as always, you don't have to, which is nice too. Like so. Let's get on to our next stage. So put this one away. So I'm going to use the precision tip on this one. Just give it a second to grab. And then all I'm going to do with this glue, because it's got the precision tip, is I'm just going to cover the whole of this shoe in the glitter. So I'm going right round the edge, filling it all in. And it does dry clear, so don't worry about, oh, it's all going to come poking through. It won't, it'll be absolutely fine. So in this square here, so if you can, always leave the stamped edge, so don't go right to the stamped edge, because it's the stamped edge that's going to give you the detail. People will be able to see what's going on. like so. So that's one. And then this one. Probably don't have to do it as thick as I'm actually doing it, and I'm finding it quite difficult to squeeze the bottle and get it out. So I would say if you've not got the best hands in the world, put the glue onto a mat and then paint it on. Make sure you rinse your brush after. You can see it's coming together there. So don't worry if it starts drying, because it's super sticky and will be absolutely fine. Right down to the tip of the shoe, right up there. There we go. So a little bit of time and a little bit of patience and it will pay off. You will see the results in a second. So let's use the glitter that we used for our other project, because that's the one I have to hand. Using Salsa again. Or shall we use a different one? Let's just see what... We did use Salsa on our other project, so you did get to see that one. So let's maybe... Shall we swap it out for... Sorry, that the red one, this pinky one here is Samba. And I'm going to swap this one out for Salsa. Okay, so you saw the pink one, and I have actually got a finished sample I'll show you in a second, which has got the different colour on there. So all I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to throw it all over the slippers. Just give it a good old tip down, because it'll be stuck behind my 3D foam pads and everything, guaranteed. Just give that a wipe off with it. So there you have some very sparkly slippers. So here's one in that colour, and here is one in a different colour, but a DL card. See that there? So two amazing projects, one's a 5x7 and one's a DL. So there we go. That's it. I've been told to hurry up, so I'm not even going to tidy up. So I have a winner for you, and thank you all to everybody that's tuned in today, and thank you for your continued support. Today's been amazing. I might go and celebrate. I might have a go. I have a big hot chocolate with all the marshmallows and all the stuff, good stuff on top. So the lovely winner is, drum roll, oh, we're not that posh yet, Elizabeth Williams. Well done, Elizabeth, for your comment over on our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, so much. I will be back with you tomorrow at 12 o'clock with another giveaway and some more demos. More demos than talking, I promise. So whatever you're doing, have a great afternoon, evening. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.